Franklin Graham on building a resilient faith journey. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, facing a stormy sea filled with unpredictable waves. You're a seasoned sailor, navigating through life's tumultuous waters, and yet the tempest seems relentless, threatening to capsize your vessel. Now, picture a calm voice guiding you, offering strategies to weather these storms and build resilience. That's the essence of Franklin Graham's journey and the wisdom he shares in his book, Building a Resilient Faith Journey. Let me tell you this, dear viewers. Have you ever felt lost, uncertain, and overwhelmed during one of those storms? Maybe you faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, like losing a loved one, experiencing financial hardship, or feeling deeply disappointed in yourself. Franklin Graham understands these feelings all too well. He was once a young pastor battling depression and despair. His story is not just about faith. It's about how he found strength and purpose when everything else seemed to crumble. You might be wondering, how did Franklin Graham turn his life around? Franklin himself shares, "I realized that my faith had become a tool rather than a foundation. It wasn't until I let go of the need to control every aspect of my life and surrendered to God's plan that I began to see the peace and hope I needed." Here's something you should know: surrendering to God's plan doesn't mean giving up control. It means acknowledging that we are part of a greater purpose beyond our understanding. In his book, Franklin delves into practical ways to cultivate resilience within your faith journey. One of the most significant lessons he offers is the importance of community. Franklin emphasizes that faith isn't just about personal devotion. It's about building relationships with others who share similar struggles and triumphs. He tells us, "When I felt lost, I leaned on the support of my family and friends, and they leaned on me too. Our mutual struggles helped us grow stronger together." Here's a personal anecdote that highlights the power of community. Franklin recounts a time when he was facing a particularly challenging period. A close friend, a fellow pastor, offered him a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on. Franklin recalls, "That conversation with my friend changed everything. We talked about my fears and doubts, and in doing so, I realized that my struggle wasn't unique. Many others were going through similar things. This realization gave me comfort and encouraged me to keep moving forward." Another vital lesson Franklin imparts is the necessity of self-reflection. He writes, "We can't build resilience without examining our own hearts and minds. Self-awareness is crucial because it helps us identify our strengths and weaknesses, allowing us to make intentional changes." Franklin encourages readers to regularly ask themselves questions like, "What am I grateful for? And where do I need to grow?" This practice not only strengthens our spiritual lives, but also improves our overall mental health. Let's explore this concept further through a real-life example. Imagine you're someone who struggles with anxiety. Before you dive into Franklin's teachings, you might find yourself trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts. But what if you took a moment each day to reflect on your gratitude, perhaps by writing down 3 things you're thankful for? As you do this consistently, you'll begin to notice patterns in your thoughts. You might realize that your anxiety often stems from a fear of failure. Armed with this insight, you can work on developing healthier coping mechanisms and seeking support from trusted friends and professionals. Furthermore, Franklin stresses the importance of embracing vulnerability. He believes that true resilience comes from being open about our struggles and sharing them with others. In his book, he writes, "When we hide our pain, we isolate ourselves, which only makes our problems worse. By opening up, we create space for healing and connection." To illustrate this point, consider Franklin's own experience. He reveals that his darkest moments were not just about personal trials, but also about confronting societal expectations. He shares, "The pressure to be perfect was immense. I felt like I had to maintain a facade of success and happiness, even when inside I was struggling. But when I finally broke down and shared my struggles with a trusted friend, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. We cried together, and in that moment, I knew I wasn't alone. Embracing vulnerability requires courage, but the rewards are profound. As Franklin says, when we allow others to see our weaknesses, we create opportunities for growth and healing. It's not about being perfect, it's about being authentic. Lastly, Franklin emphasizes the significance of gratitude. He argues that cultivating a mindset of thankfulness can transform our entire outlook on life. He writes, "Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we celebrate the blessings we already have." To bring this to life, let's think about a common challenge many face: chronic illness. Imagine someone diagnosed with a debilitating condition that limits their ability to do many of the activities they once enjoyed. Initially, they might feel overwhelmed by the limitations imposed by their illness. However, by practicing gratitude, they can shift their perspective. They can choose to focus on small victories, like making it to a doctor's appointment or managing a difficult task. This shift in focus can significantly improve their quality of life and even help them recover faster. Franklin's journey teaches us that resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about learning to navigate them with grace and perseverance. It's about finding strength in the midst of chaos and maintaining hope even when the future feels uncertain. As Franklin puts it, resilience isn't about never falling, it's about getting back up again. In conclusion, Franklin Graham's Building a Resilient Faith journey offers invaluable guidance for anyone navigating life's storms. By fostering a supportive community, practicing self-reflection, embracing vulnerability, and cultivating gratitude, we can build a stronger, more resilient faith. Remember, resilience is not just a concept, it's a choice we make every day. So let's commit to strengthening our inner fortitude, no matter where life takes us. Here's to a journey filled with hope, healing, and growth.